Hello friends, myself Ahir DR from RBNB College Srirampur. Today I deliver a lecture on thermodynamics from 12th Science HSC Board syllabus. In thermodynamics, we study about the classification of thermodynamic process. In this, we have to study about adiabatic process. In case of adiabatic process, system is insulated. That's why no heat enters in the system and no heat leave from the system to surrounding. So, in this process, amount of heat energy transfer is equal to 0. So, according to this, what is adiabatic process? Adiabatic process is the thermodynamic process in which transfer of heat from system to surrounding or surrounding to system is 0. And that's why Q is equal to 0. Now, under the adiabatic process, heat transfer is prevented from the system to surrounding or surrounding to system or by rapid change in the process. Now, in this case, according to first law of thermodynamics, amount of heat energy Q is equal to delta U plus W. Delta U is the change in the internal energy, W is corresponding work done. Now under the adiabatic process, if Q is equal to 0, then we get 0 is equal to delta U plus W. This plus delta U on that side will become minus, and therefore we write W is equal to minus delta U. Remember this relation? According to this relation, when gas is expanded, then work done by gas, and this work done by gas which is positive. In that case, work done is positive. As work done is positive, the internal energy, change in the internal energy is negative. In that case, change in the internal energy delta U is negative. Means internal energy decreases. In that case, internal energy decreases. Now when gas is compressed, then in that case delta U is positive but work done is negative. That's why we can say that work done on the system, and therefore in that case work done on the system, therefore work done is negative, and delta U is positive, means change in the internal energy is positive, and that's why internal energy increases. Now As you know that change in the temperature is related with the internal energy, related with change in the internal energy. If temperature increases, internal energy also increases. If temperature decreases, internal energy is also decreases. Now we have to draw the PV diagram under the adiabatic process. In adiabatic process, this pressure decreases with the increase in the volume suddenly. So initial pressure is given by Pi and final pressure is given by Pf. Initial volume is given by Vi and final volume is given by Vf. So in another word, we can say that under the adiabatic process, Pi is the initial pressure, Pf is the final pressure, Vi is the initial volume and Vf is the final volume. Under the adiabatic process, this PV raised to gamma, that is equal to constant. PV raised to gamma is equal to constant, where this gamma is a ratio of specific heat of gas at constant pressure to specific heat at constant volume. This ratio is called as adiabatic ratio. This ratio is called as adiabatic ratio. In kinetic theory of gases, when you consider monoatomic gas, then this gamma is equal to 5/3 for monoatomic gas. For diatomic gas, this gamma is equal to 7/5. And if we consider polyatomic gas, in that case this gamma is equal to 4/3 for polyatomic. Now we know that under the adiabatic changes, temperature changes and therefore internal energy also changes. As we know that temperature goes on increasing, internal energy also goes on increasing. Temperature decreases, then internal energy also goes on decreasing. And that's why under the adiabatic change, its internal energy delta U is given by N into CV dt, where delta U is the change in the internal energy, N is number of moles, CV is the specific heat of gas at constant volume, dt is the change in the temperature. So this is equation 1. Now work done during the adiabatic process, we have to find out that. So under the adiabatic process, work done, W is equal to integration starting from Vi to Vf P into dV. This is equation 2. In that case, P is the pressure, dV is the change in the volume. This volume changes from Vi to Vf. Now if we consider this equation, PV raised to gamma is equal to constant, then we write here this PV raised to gamma is equal to constant, say C. Rearranging this, we get P is equal to C upon V raised to gamma. Now substitute this value in equation 2. Then we get work done W is equal to integration starting from Vi to Vf. P is C upon V raised to gamma into dV as it is. C is constant, so take out of the integration, then we get W is equal to integration starting from Vi to Vf dV upon V raised to gamma, and this constant C out of the integration. Now we have to solve this. So we get work done W is equal to C as it is, integration starting from Vi to Vf. Now this V upon gamma on upward side will become minus. So V raised to minus gamma into dV. Now we know the mathematical formula of integration. Integration x raised to n dx is equal to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. In that case, if we write n is equal to minus gamma, then we solve this integration as like this. Work done W is equal to constant into V raised to minus gamma plus 1 upon minus gamma plus 1, integration starting from Vi to Vf. Now we take this minus gamma plus 1 outside this bracket, then we get W, work done W is equal to C upon 1 minus gamma as it is, in bracket. Now this can be written as 1 upon V raised to gamma minus 1 minus, in that case we substitute value of V is equal to Vf. So Vf raised to gamma minus 1 minus, now we have to substitute V is equal to Vi, then we write 1 upon Vi raised to gamma minus 1. Now again we consider this equation. PV raised to gamma is equal to constant. PV raised to gamma is equal to constant. So according to this one, we know that, as we know that initial pressure is Pi, initial volume is Vi. So we write Pi Vi raised to gamma, that is equal to final pressure is Pf, final volume is Vf, so we write Pf Vf raised to gamma, and that is equal to constant C. Now for this Vf, we consider this C is equal to Pf Vf raised to gamma. So on next line we write here W is equal to 1 upon 1 minus gamma as it is, in bracket C upon Vf raised to gamma minus 1 minus C upon Vi raised to gamma minus 1. Now once we have to substitute value of C is equal to Pf Vf raised to gamma. Then here we have to substitute value of C is equal to pi vi raised to gamma. Then we get W is equal to 1 upon, or we cancel this, we have to consider this. W is equal to 1 upon 1 minus gamma as it is, in bracket C. Here we have to substitute value of C is Pf Vf raised to gamma upon. Now this Vf raised to gamma minus 1 can be written as Vf raised to gamma into Vf raised to minus 1. Similarly, minus, now here C is equal to, we can write this C is equal to pi Vi raised to gamma. So here we write pi Vi raised to gamma upon Vi raised to gamma into Vi raised to minus 1. Now in this case, this Vf raised to gamma, this Vf raised to gamma get cancelled. Similarly, this Vi raised to gamma get cancelled. Then remaining is work done. W is equal to 1 upon 1 minus gamma as it is, in bracket. Now this Vf raised to minus 1 on upward side will become Vf raised to plus 1, and this can be written as Pf into Vf minus this pi into this Vi. So this is equation 3. This equation 3 gives us W is equal to, work done, that is equal to 1 upon 1 minus gamma into bracket Pf Vf minus pi Vi. If you consider ideal gas, then ideal gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. For initial pressure and volume, this equation can be written as Pi Vi, that is equal to nRT. N is constant, R is constant. Its corresponding temperature is Ti. Similarly, for final pressure and volume, we can write this Pf Vf, that is equal to nR into Tf. Now if we consider equation 4, and this is equation 5. Now subtract equation 5 from equation, now subtract equation 4 from equation 5. Then we get Pf Vf minus Pi Vi, that is equal to nRT F minus nRTI. Now in that case, if we take common nR, then we get Pf into Vf minus Pi into Vi, that is equal to n into R in bracket Tf minus Ti. This is equation 6. Now equation 6 gives us value of Pf Vf minus Pi Vi. When we substitute this value in this equation, then we get work done is equal to this work done W is equal to 1 upon 1 minus gamma as it is, in bracket Pf Vf minus Pi Vi, that is equal to n R in bracket Tf minus Ti. So this is equation Now both these equation 3 and equation 7 gives us work done during the adiabatic process. Now remember that when gas is expanded, work done by the gas, and this work done is positive. In that case, internal energy is negative. As gas is expanded, then gas cools down when work done is positive. Now in another word, when gas is compressed, then work done is negative. As work done is negative, internal energy is positive. That's why in that case, gas warm up. So this is the adiabatic process. Now we have to study the another thermodynamic process, and name of that process is free expansion. Free expansion. This free expansion is also adiabatic process. It is uncontrolled change. Also this change is instantaneous change, and it is a rapid change. So in case of free expansion, if we consider example of free expansion is when tire is punctured, then air inside the tire rapidly move towards outside. In this way it is uncontrolled expansion, or this is uncontrolled change or instantaneous change. Now in that case, this change is rapid, therefore Q is 0. Work done in that case is also equal to 0. And change in the energy, internal energy, that is also equal to 0. PV diagram of free expansion cannot be plotted. In PV diagram we only plot initial state and final state. So remember again, what is free expansion? Free expansion is adiabatic expansion in which there is no transfer of heat from system to surrounding. It is uncontrolled change, also it is instantaneous change, and its PV diagram cannot be plotted. Only we plot initial state and final state. In free expansion, Q is equal to 0, W is equal to 0, also change in the internal energy is also 0. Now next thermodynamic process is cyclic process. Now this cyclic process is also thermodynamic process which return system to its initial state. So what is cyclic process? Cyclic process is the thermodynamic process which returns system to the initial state. Such process is called as cyclic process. Now in cyclic process, initial state and final state both are same. Final state are same. If you consider pressure of initial state is given by Pi, volume of initial state is given by Vi, and temperature of initial state is given by Ti. For final state, pressure is Pf, volume is Vf, and temperature is given by Tf. Now in cyclic process, this Pi is equal to Pf. Vi means initial volume and final volume is also same, and initial temperature and final temperature Tf is also same. So remember, what is cyclic process? Cyclic process is thermodynamic process which returns system to its initial state. That's why its initial state and final state both are same. And when we draw the PV diagram in a cyclic process, A is initial state, B is final state, then system returns to its initial state. So this is the cyclic process. Now in case of cyclic process, if we consider first law of thermodynamics, in the cyclic process, as Ti and Tf is equal to same, means initial temperature and final temperature is same. We know that change in the temperature is related with the change in the internal energy. As temperature goes on increasing, internal energy also goes on increasing. But in that case, initial temperature and final temperature both are same. There is no change in its temperature. Therefore, internal energy in that case is zero. Change in the internal energy is zero. We know the first law of thermodynamics. So according to this, Q is equal to delta U plus W. In that case, as delta U is equal to 0, so Q is equal to only W. So in cyclic process, delta U is 0 and therefore amount of heat is equal to the work done. Q is equal to W. So this is the cyclic process. In this way, we study the classification of thermodynamic process. Now we stop here. Thank you.